Good afternoon. Maayong hapon sa tanan. So, welcome to our discussion on universal healthcare. Hindi lang. Okay na biyan? Okay, sige. So, this afternoon, we're going to talk about universal healthcare. Okay, I'm going to be very honest with you. This is a very difficult topic, but I'll try to make it simple and easy to understand para sa inyo. Okay? Now, ano nga yung title ng paper ninyo?
Neglected for decades, the silent UHC problem that's costing billions.
So, neglected problem. Ano nga yan? Sorry?
Neglected for decades.
Neglected for decades.
The
Silent UHC problems that's costing billions. Okay. Now, sa title parang toxic na. Okay? Sino pang gumawa na yan? So, the trick here is you need to understand the foundation behind, okay? The concept behind kung ano ang meron. Kasi once you are familiar with the framework, the concept, whatever questions that will be raised, okay, masasagot nyo. Okay? So, okay? Now, it's like this, just to give you a backstory. Okay, I've been with PhilHealth for 15 years. So, this is what I do. I go around the country teaching hospitals on how to increase their revenue. Okay? So, basically, I teach hospitals how to increase their income, okay, in terms of PhilHealth payments. Now, right now, it's the very popular topic is universal healthcare, okay? Pero kailangan natin maintindihan ano yung problema behind, okay? So let's talk about una, okay, understanding the problem in healthcare ng Pilipinas, okay? So, maraming problema, okay? For example, sino sa inyo naka-experience or relative ninyo na may problema sa pagpagamot ng pasyente? Okay? Probably wala, no? Kasi maka-afford ba kayo? So, example, yung manganganak, okay? So, buntis, manganganak, okay? Saan ba siya dapat manganak? So, depende. Kung may pera siya sa private, kung wala siyang pera sa government. Who among you has been to SPMC? Okay? Dito, Southern Medical Philippines. Government hospital. Okay? So, kung makita nyo ang sitwasyon doon, medyo improved na yan, pero for the past several decades, tragic yan. Okay? Pagpasok mo pa lang, amoy masangsang. So, something na mukhang may problema. So, kung wala kang pera, you have no choice. You need to go there. So, once ma-admit ka doon, you do not have any choice. Whatever supplies that they have, hanggang doon lang. Kung meron kang kailangan at wala sa kanila, you buy it for yourself. Okay? So, the problem here is wala ka na ngang pera, ikaw pa magbili. Okay? So, there are so many problems. For example, if may pera ka, okay, the assumption is may pera kayo. Di ba? Hi. So, the assumption is may pera kayo. Now, let us say ma-admit kayo sa Davao Doctors. Okay? Question. Ma-afford nyo ba ang buong fee ng Davao Doctors? Lahat ng expenses doon. Okay? So, probably, kung mayaman kayo masyado, walang problema. But for the average income na Filipino, okay, they may have problems in paying for the fee. Okay? Be it here or be it in any parts in the country for private hospitals. So, there are so many stories, no? But then, ang issue lang talaga dyan, okay, is the inequity. Okay? The health inequity, okay, this actually affects everything. So, pag-usapan natin ng health inequity. So, the health inequity refers to the differences in the health status across various social groups. So, ibig sabihin, sa social groups, meron kang may pera, walang pera, maraming pera, average ang pera, okay? Iba-iba, okay, ang pagtanggap nila ng health services. Kasi, yung health services talaga is dependent on several things. Okay? For example, kung ikaw ay edukado, the chances are you'll end up having work. Okay? So, you will probably, or the chances are, you will have resources para pag nagkasakit pamilya mo, you can afford to pay. Correct? Okay. Now, it goes the same here. Okay? Kung employed ang parents mo or meron silang sariling revenue, kung mayroong magkasakit sa pamilya, you can afford. Okay? It's the same with the income level. So, people na may malaking income can afford to go to St. Luke's. Okay? Ang minimum sa St. Luke's per day or sa ibang premium hospitals, no, hindi lang doon, it would range to 75,000 per day, 100,000 per day, 150,000 per day. Okay? So kung wala ka namang income, average income ka lang, okay, you may probably be admitted sa ordinary lang na level 2 or level 1 hospital. Kung wala ka talagang pera, you'll end up sa government hospital. Diba? Logic yan, ha? So, it depends on yung income. Next, meron ding gender differences. So, merong mga health activities or health access or health services na mas pabor para lang sa male, mas pabor para lang sa female. At times, may ibang facility. Wala kami na yan. Okay? So, merong mga ganon. Meron ding ethnic disparities. Okay? So, anong tribo ka galing? Okay? You are welcome here, you're not welcome here. Okay? Or there is something na parang hindi naman pinapaalis pero hindi ka priority. Okay? So, merong global access gap. So, as the term itself, there is something missing in between. So, ang logic lang dito, okay, ang problema ng health, okay, the inequity that I'm talking about is related to all of this. Okay? So, natural, kasama yan sa ekonomiya ng Pilipinas. Kasi yung mga magulang ninyo, hindi yan makatrabaho or wala yan silang resources kung very, very poor ang ating bansa. Okay? Unless nagtrabaho sila sa labas. That's also another reason. The reason that they are out as an OFW because mas maganda ang revenue doon. The opportunity is much bigger. And when they give back the money here in the Philippines, in terms of dollars, mas malaki ang value. Okay? So, konektado yan lahat. So, yung health inequity, to be honest, it's not understood by an ordinary na tao. In fact, toxic yan sa discussion. Now, to give you an understanding, isimplify ko sa inyo. But the keyword there, pag nagdebate kayo para sabihing bright kayo, it's all about health inequity. Make sure kaya niyong sagutin yun. So, I also made a small draft. Binigay ko kay ate. It's a PDF. I hope natanggap ninyo. Natanggap namin lahat eh? So, it's all there. Okay? Now, to simplify it, ang problema ng Pilipinas sa health, napakarami, but this is or are the major problems. Number 1, geographical access. Okay? Ibig sabihin, ako yung pasyente, okay? Hindi ako makapunta sa health facility. The ordinary or the poorest of the poor, kanang mga pobre, okay, wala ko'y pangpalit og tsinelas, and then you ask me to go to a hospital, wala akong pamasahe. That's number 1. Okay? Number 2, distance. Yung pasyente nasa bukid, he needs to cross 3 river at 2 bundok to reach a healthcare provider. That is distance. That is geography. So, ang pasyente nasa Matina, okay, wala siyang pera, and then he needs, or the patient needs to go to SPMC. Okay, dalhin niya ang kanyang pasyente. Okay? Paano siya magpunta doon? Magpara siya ng jeep? Okay? Wala siyang pera. So, transportation barriers. How are you going to bring your patient to the health facility? Clinic or hospital or maternity care. Paano mo dalahin yan sa doon? Merong cost. Okay? Kung walang pera ang pasyente or kung limited lang ang pera niya, transportation is not a priority. Correct? I would rather save my patient rather than pay 200 pesos. Mag-grab ba siya? Mag-tricycle ba siya? Mag-tricycle ba siya? Okay? O magpahatid ba siya? Granting that there's no 911. Okay? So, personal statements like, dili ko kaadto dito. I cannot actually go there. So yan, geography lang. Ang problem ng health is all about access. Okay? Yung inequity, the major level, or rather, label, is inequity. Pero ang discussion ninyo na madaling maintindihan ng kausap nyo is actually access. The first problem na dapat maintindihan nyo is the geography. Paano si pasyente magpunta doon sa facility? Gets niya? Next, another problem. Okay? Ako yung pasyente. I can go to the facility kasi may pamasahe ako. Next problem, health worker. Pagdating ko sa facility, walay doktor, walang nurse, or walang barangay health worker. Okay? May narinig na kayong ganyang kwento? Wala pa?
Yes.
Okay.
I think hindi naman maintindihan, sir, kay parang hindi familiar ang scenarios ko. Oo. Sa video lang. Dali answer na.
Okay, let's proceed, ha? So the next problem is the shortage or the presence or the absence of the health worker. Okay, I'm the patient, I can actually go to the facility. The issue, pag dating ko sa facility, walang tao doon. Okay? So what will happen to me? So first, okay, a common problem, there's insufficient number of health workers. Okay? Kulang ang mga doktor, as they say. Okay? Merong inadequate supply of health workers sa rural area. Nandoon yung mga pobre. Okay? Walang nurse, walang BHW. And there's part of the reason that nobody wants to go there because there's low compensation. Okay? Now, in my experience, the insufficient number of health workers depends kung saan na area. Sadly, a lot of doctors would prefer to work, okay, sa city rather than doon sila sa labas. Now, the sad part here is that to solve the issue on inequity, we need a certain number of health workers. Health workers means doctors, nurses, midwives, dentists, okay, nursing attendant, meron yan sa loob ng facility. Dapat meron ding doctors and all of them na nasa community. Okay? We are not when we say access in health, this will not focus alone sa institution, okay, yung health facility, but you need also to consider nandun sila sa community. Ang tawag dyan, doctors to the barrio. Okay, kung doktor yan, ang tawag naman is yung sa community nurses. Okay? But the people who actually goes around the barangay, these are the BHW. Kadug na mo na? These are the barangay health workers. Okay? These are actually trained, okay, na mga tao sa barangay. So, that's the second problem. Okay? Next problem is challenges in accessing medicine. Okay, ganito ang example ha. I am the patient. I can actually go to the facility and there's a doctor there. In fact, meron pang nurse. So pag konsulta sa akin, may sakit ako, pag reseta, boom. Wala akong pambili ng medisina. So all of those things useless. Kuha nyo? Oh, nagpakonsulta nga. I cannot afford to buy the medicine. That's number one. Next problem, the medicine is very, very expensive. Wala na, nagamit ko lang sa pamasahe. Okay? So that's the reality. Limited availability. Ay, sir, ma'am, naubusan kami ng stock. Okay? Ay, sir, ma'am, para lang ito sa grupo, sa mga butante ni gobernador. Di ba? Ay, para lang ito sa mga aliado ni, Kap. So, ito yon. Next, high cost ng mga medisina. So, nakarating ka nga sa hospital. Okay? Resetahan ka ng 1 toneladang medisina. And it will cost, depende sa illness, thousands, hundreds of thousands. Okay? So, that's another problem. Okay? So, naintindihan nyo? Questions? Wala? Okay. Additional problem is ito. May sakit ako, I was able to go to the facility. Okay? Sa facility, may doktor, merong nurse, may medisina. Okay. Pag alis ko, ito yung fee. Bulaga. Ang PF ni Doc, sobrang mahal. Okay? So, the fees are very, very expensive. This is another problem. Okay? Ma-identify na may heart problem ka, kailangan kang operahan. Okay? Meron kang, makautang ka ng pera pambayad sa ospital. Ang bayad ni Doc is mas mahal pa sa fee ng buong hospital. Okay? That is not new. Meron hong ganon. Okay? So, question ko sa inyo. Sino gusto maging doktor? Sino ba yung mga mag-STEM sa inyo?
Sir, uy.
Atik lawyer ka? Parang matagal ko na narinig na mag-doktor ka. There's nothing wrong na mag-doktor, believe me. Kaya ako, part of what I do, I always tell them na, grabe naman PF din nyo. Makasasala. Okay? Of course, may kwento din dyan. Now, pag mahal yung fee, mabigat para sa pasyente. So, that is why, okay, the patients end up running sa mga politiko. Okay? AX, yan, narinig nyo na yan? Tupad, AKAP, yan.
Mga subsidies ng government.
Ano yung nasa SPMC malapit sa Lingap?
Lingap, walang pera. So, yan yung isang problem, the doctor's fee. Okay? Now, before tayo mag-proceed, importante na maintindihan ninyo yung apat. Actually, hindi lang yan apat. Okay? Meron pa. Pero for the purposes of discussion, mas magandang pag-usapan natin yung 4 lang. Yan yung pinaka-common. Okay? So, yan yung problem. May question? Okay. So, once ma-internalize ninyo yung problema, so hanapin natin yung solution. Okay? May solution actually ang gobyerno. Okay? Ang tawag nila dyan is Universal Healthcare. So, yung UHC. Now, ano ba yung UHC? Okay? Nandun din ito sa papel ninyo. Okay? It's actually a law, Republic Act 1122-3. This is basically how it was defined. The provision, okay, to every Filipino of the highest possible quality healthcare that is, number 1, accessible, okay, number 2, efficient, number 3, equitably distributed, number 4, adequately funded, fairly financed, and used by an informed, okay, and an empowered public. Okay, may kopya din kayo na to. So, ito yung kanilang definition at the same time, ito yung kanilang ginagamit to sell the concept of universal healthcare. So, pag-usapan natin piece by piece, ha? Once you have an idea on this, madaling pag-usapan kung ano pang meron. Okay? So, let's talk about una, yung access. So, universal accessibility, okay, UHC aims to make health services available to all. Ang ibig sabihin ng all, mayaman or pobre, sana hindi mahirap. Na you can easily go there. Okay? There will be no hindrance. Hindrance means pamasahe. Hindrance means napakalayo. Hindrance means hanapan ka ng 1 toneladang papel bago ka maka-avail. Okay? So, yan yung access. Equity in health services. Equitable access. Okay? From all backgrounds. So, ibig sabihin, kung si Kenji billionaire, si Eunice millionaire, okay? Ano kayo pangalan mo? Si Ann, average. So, ikaw, poorest of the poor. Okay? Merong specific na health services para sa inyo. Okay? Kung magkasakit kayong 4, sino sa inyo ang may malaking pangangailangan? Ikaw. O, kasi wala kang resources. All of you should be given access, but bulk or the bigger resource should be allotted to you. It means health can be equal, but it is also equitable. Depende sa pangangailangan mo. Kasi wala kang mga resources. Yung resources na ibigay dapat sa'yo, hindi ibibigay kay Kenji kasi billionaire man siya. Okay? Pag nagpa-admit si Kenji, gusto niya merong jacuzzi. Gusto niya may parking lot. Meron siyang 3 TV. Okay? So, meron siyang malaking sala. Ang sakit niya, isipon lang. Okay? The government will not subsidize all of that. Kasi he can afford. Compare it to those who cannot afford. They will rather put the resources to those who need it. That's equity. Equal means isa-isa kayo bigyan pantay-pantay. It can also be done that way, but the best way to do it is through equity. Okay? Now, remote area support. So, ibig sabihin, kahit nasaan sana siya, yung pasyente pwedeng asikasuhin. Okay? So, be it an underserved area, okay? So, they should not be left behind. I want you to take note, ha? Kasi mamaya pagdugtungin natin ito. The barriers, yung example ng equity, yung example ng support sa underserved area. Okay? Affordability. Okay? So, access means pagpasok sana ng pasyente, hindi expensive masyado. For those who cannot afford. For those who can afford, like Kenji, di ba? Pagpasok pa lang ni Kenji, ito yung hospital sa mga billionaire. Ang down payment dito, 1 billion. 1 billion, that's change. Bigay ng 1 billion. In big hospitals sa NCR, that's what they do. They don't ask for 1 billion. Okay? 150 a day. 150K is the minimum. Okay? 150. So may ganyan. Kasi, ito yung mga premium hospitals ito. Kung wala kang pera, wala kang business talaga doon. Okay? So kung wala kang pera, doon ka dapat sa hospital na hindi masyado mahal. Okay? So affordability, okay, is also very critical. Ang sinasabi ng gobyerno, okay, private hospitals, pwede kayong maningil. But government should provide hospitals for those who cannot afford. Okay? Narinig niyo yung no balance billing? Okay.
Yes.
No balance billing, para ito sa mga poorest of the poor.
Zero ang kanilang bayaran.
Walang excess. Okay? So, gusto niyo example? Okay. Dato, murag dato, feeling dato, pobre, pastang pobriha, okay? Grabe ka pobre. Okay? So, ganun yan. Okay? So, pag na-admit kayo, okay, saan ba kayo dapat magpa-admit? So, government hospitals, okay, dato, hindi ka dito. Sipain ka palabas, samok lang ka dire. Okay? Yung feeling dato, hindi ka din dito. Yung murag dato, okay, murag dato, dili ka pwede dire. So, those who cannot afford, dun sila. But, i-assess yan sila sa paying capacity. Can you really pay or not? Okay? So, murag dato. Nagpapobre-pobre, pero murag dato ni baka ko nito. Okay? So, they will assess you. For those who cannot actually afford, legitimately, okay, pwede silang admitin sa government hospital, but then, okay, pag-assess sa kanila, if they cannot really afford, they can be discharged without excess payment. Okay? Wala silang out of pocket ang tawag doon. Out of pocket, ibig sabihin, for example, ang bill mo is 15,000, ang na-cover, pag-discharge mo, ang ma-cover ni PhilHealth is 10,000, so 15 minus 10, ilan ang naiwan? 5. Yung 5, yan yung out of pocket mo. Ikaw magbayad nun. Okay? Yan yung excess. So, sa no balance billing, libre lahat. I-shoulder ni PhilHealth yung buo. Para sa qualified na mga members only. Okay? So, next is community health initiative. So, local health programs are implemented to raise awareness. Importante, sa community, may mga activities on health. Okay? Bakit? Para hindi ma-admit ang pasyente. Gets niya? So that is also promotion of health by making it accessible sa community. Next. So, enhancing health delivery through efficiency. So, efficiency, kailangan maganda pagka-implement. The importance of efficiency is crucial, no, to maximize resources and improve service delivery. Pagpasok ng pasyente, dapat pulido ang trabaho ng lahat. Okay? Para hindi aksaya sa pera ng gobyerno. Resource optimization, whatever is available, whatever is allotted, okay, should be used properly and consumed properly. Because pag-aari ng gobyerno yan. Okay? That is public funds. effective service delivery. Streamlined processes lead to timely and effective. Hindi na yung ang pobre, i-admit natin, hingian natin ng 1 tonelada na requirements. Okay? Everything must be streamlined. So this is what universal healthcare did. Before, sa PhilHealth, pag na-admit ka, hingian ka ng PhilHealth ID, PhilHealth number, MDR, birth certificate. Lahat hingin. Kulang na lang hingin is diploma ng grade school, high school, college. So ngayon, okay, what they did, punta ka lang doon, sabihin mo lang pangalan mo, hanapin nila ang pangalan mo sa system. Okay? That's one example. Cost effectiveness. Lahat ng proseso, okay, should be cost effective at hindi siya expensive para sa gobyerno para hindi sayang ang pera. Okay? And sustainability in healthcare, that's self-explanatory. So everything must be done efficiently. So lahat ng proseso, okay? So, let's proceed. Next, ito, the key features, focus on equity. Ito yung example kanina. Okay, malala nyo? Yung equity. So, equity in UHC, all individuals can access necessary health services without bias. Okay? So, from all backgrounds, okay, equal access to services kung ano yung kinakailangan. Madato ka man, mapobre ka. Okay? You need to address the disparity, okay? And it must be include policy implications. So ito, na-discuss na natin yung clear example kanina. Okay na tayo dito? Okay. I hope nakita nyo ha, iniba ko yung mga kulay, ito yung mga keywords ninyo. Okay? Alamin nyo lang ito, kahit
provisions in every Filipino to the highest possible quality of healthcare that is accessible, efficient, equitably distributed, adequately funded, fairly financed, and appropriately used by everyone.
Okay. So yung definition na yan, hindi yan siya exclusive sa hospital lang. Okay? Ang coverage na yan sa loob ng hospital, pati sa labas. Okay? So, when you're talking of access, when you're talking of being comprehensive, when you're talking of efficiency, it needs funding. Okay? Hindi yan siya exclusive sa loob ng hospital or para lang sa mga doktor, hindi. Okay? So, meron diyang preventive, promotive na activities. So, kailangan mo ng pera. So, ang question natin, itong programa ng gobyerno, to make it very successful, kailangan ng pera. Hindi pwedeng may batas ka pero wala kang budget. So, kailangan budgetan. Sufficient financial resources should be available. So, that is why there must be adequate funding. So, the national government allocates, okay, or appropriates funds for this. Okay? Narinig nyo ba yung pera ni PhilHealth na kinuha?
Yes.
Oh, kasama yun dun. Binawi. Okay? So, pero mahabang kwento yon. Okay? So, impact on health quality with proper funding, healthcare institutions can offer better So, dahil pera ang pag-uusapan, yung pera sa healthcare should be available, okay? Proper funding for health institution can offer better services. So mamaya, pagdugtungin natin, ang logic lang talaga na to, funds must be available to make the program run. Okay? Sustainability ng healthcare system. Consistent financial resources. Okay, ito yung sinasabi. Sa probinsya or sa probinsya, meron kang city, pati meron kang munisipyo. Alam niyo yan? Province, for example, the province of Davao del Norte, may mga city. Kung sa may city diya sa Davao del Norte, Tagum, Panabo, kunya na ay mga municipality. Okay? So, be it a city or a municipality, merong mga barangay health centers dyan. Correct? Alam nyo yan, ha? So, yung pagpatakbo na yan, kailangan mo ng pera. Okay? So, access to essential services, adequate funds is required. So, bago makatrabaho yung doktor, yung BHW, makatambal siya sa mga tao sa barangay, kailangan ng pera. Correct? Pasweldo, bili ng supplies, bili medisina, gamit ng thermometer, etc. Load sa cellphone. Okay? Investment in technology for hospitals, government hospitals. Okay? Kailangan nila ng IT, kailangan ng internet. Okay? Critical yan. Training on the workforce, financial resources to support training programs for health professionals, training ng nurses, training ng doktor, training ng BHW. Kailangan. Emergency preparedness. Okay? Pag nagbaha, nag-alarm, okay? Takbo lahat. Saan galing ang resources? Dapat may budget. So, lahat yan, dugtong-dugtongin natin, adequate funds are required. Okay? So, basic ha? Now, eto ngayon, financing. So, medyo related siya sa funds. The logic here is that someone, okay, an agency or something should finance everything. Fair financing establishes sustainable funding system for healthcare and ensuring equity. There must be something, okay, sa loob ng ecosystem ng UHC na will continuously provide financing para magkaroon ng funds ang lahat. Okay? The critical player here is PhilHealth. Okay? So, itong financing, ang lead dito si PhilHealth. Fair financing, okay, for healthcare, trabaho ni PhilHealth yan. Establishing mechanism that allow continuous funding, okay, malaking role si PhilHealth dito. Equitable access of care, fair financing for those who actually need. Okay? Si hospital, ang sakit ng isa, sipon. Ang sakit ng isa, cancer. Okay? Sino ang nangangailangan ng mas malaking pera? Yung may cancer. Okay? Mali? Wala yung nag-order nachos? Ayaw nyo na nachos?
Ayaw nyo?
Okay lang.
Nay, nag-order ana?
Wala.
Ayaw nyo?
Pero ayaw nyo. Okay.
So, reducing financial barriers and enhancing public health. Okay? Someone should finance it. Ibig sabihin, there must be something in place sa loob para continuously may pera lahat. Hindi, okay, punduhan ko ito. Okay, tapos na. Yan lang ba? No. There must be transactions inside the healthcare system that will continuously naiikot yung pera. Nakuha niya? Okay. Diyan papasok si PhilHealth. Okay? So, si Miss Shane, PhilHealth member, nagbabayad dyan ng kanyang contribution bawas sa sweldo. So, segue natin ha. Saan galing ang pera ni PhilHealth? Sa national government, and then bulk of it comes from yung premium contribution ng mga magulang ninyo. So, yung parents ninyo, mga PhilHealth members yan. Okay? Nagbayad kami ng contribution. Kung employed ang magulang ninyo, binabawas yan sa sweldo. Si Miss Shane, okay, whether she likes it or not, may bawas yung sweldo niya. Okay? Kasi nasa batas yan. So, kung ito yung sweldo ni Miss Shane, okay, ang bawas sa PhilHealth is ganito. Ang 50% share niya, ang 50% sa employer. So kung employed ang mga magulang nyo, ganun ang sistema. Kung self-employed ang mga magulang ninyo, okay, bayad sila ng kanilang share. Sila lang. Okay? Kuha nyo? So, by paying the premium payment, that is where financing comes in. Aside sa pera ng national government, ang mga members ng PhilHealth actually contributes. And yung pera na yan, na nakaimbak sa loob ng PhilHealth, yan ngayon, okay? So kayo ngayon ang health institution. Davao Doc, San Pedro, Barangay Health Center, okay, DMSF, SPMC, okay, dialysis center, o yung paanakan sa kabila, o whatever. Yan ngayon si PhilHealth, every time may services kayo at isingil nyo kay PhilHealth, bayaran kayo. Bayad, 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 bayad. So yung bayad sa inyo, you use that to pay for the operation. Kuryente, medisina, sweldo, bili ng sweldo ng mga doktor, ng nurses. Yan ngayon yun. So, financing will basically sustain everything. Nakuha niya? Okay. So, empowering, okay, public in UHC. Sa universal healthcare, ang gusto ng gobyerno is ganito. Member ako ng PhilHealth. Okay? Alam ko yung aking benefits and I will demand for it. So that is why the concept of universal healthcare is being taught. Okay? It is being marketed na dapat alam ninyo. Okay? Merong mga instances dito, yung mga poorest of the poor magdating sa hospital. Okay? Poorest of the poor ako. Wala dapat ako excess. Ba't nyo ako sinisingil? Oh? Ito sila mga nag-demand. Kasi alam nila eh. Okay? So pag magpa-admit yung iba, magkano ba yung aking excess? Alam ko, malaki ang ma-avail ko. So ito ngayon yun. Okay? The public must be informed. There must be understanding on their rights. Okay? The public should play an active role. Okay? So ito yung mga basic, okay, na ng mga elements doon sa ating universal healthcare. Okay? So, any questions before I proceed? Okay lang?
Wala. Mag-demand ka, Kenji. Where's the
Yung kanina sinabi ko, equity, efficiency, those are the elements ng UHC na kailangan ninyong maintindihan. Now, let us say naintindihan nga ninyo kahit hindi. Maglisod, maganda ng doktor mo sa buta na unsa daw. Doc Ben, pakiulit nga, ano yun? Now, how are you now going to implement that? Ang sinasabi, universal healthcare should be all of those things, di ba? Access, efficient, okay? Equitable, okay? Empowered public. There must be financing. There must be funds. Utang na loob. How are you going to implement that? How are you now going to solve the major problem? Ano ba yung problem natin sa healthcare? Ano yung problem? Ano specifically? Ilan yun? 10? Apat? Apat ba di? Apat ba? Ha? Apat?
More than pero apat.
Parang hindi ka sure. Ano man? Sure ka hindi?
Sure.
Okay. Kuha nyo? Tinanong lang kayo, nagduda na kayo eh.
Nakagulo lang.
Oh, I want you to be confident. Okay? So maganda yung sagot. Malaki ang problema. Okay? I can discuss actually the 4 basic. Kuha nyo? So, anong unang problem?
Geographical access.
Okay, ano pa?
Health worker.
Next.
Health workers shortage.
Ano pa?
Doctor's fees.
Okay. Now, honestly, it's not written that way. Okay? So, a lot of people will disagree with that. So based on my experience, that is the simplest way on how to make people understand the major problem. Okay? So in the event na tanungin kayo, huwag kayo mag-brag. Actually, 4 lang yan. 4 lang ba? Okay? I'm not saying 4 lang. Okay? I'm not saying 4 lang is more than that. But that's the way you can easily sell it. No? Okay. So, to solve yung 4 na problem and more, how are you going to implement that? Di ba? So, ang sinasabi, universal healthcare should be integrated sa local health system. Doon mismo sa pinakababa na area ng ating community, sa barangay. Okay? The Department of Health aims to unify the local health system into a comprehensive province or citywide framework. So sa city, meron kang mga barangay health workers, meron kang barangay, okay? Universal healthcare should be integrated sa barangay mismo. When you say barangay, I would rather use the word community. Healthcare, okay, should be addressed within the community. Okay? So, how are they going to do that? Sino maka-explain ng first problem natin? The problem in, ano ba yun? Geography? Sige daw, mabigyan mo ng magandang explanation or the way you understand it. Sige daw. Sige lang.
So basically, the issue with geographical sense in healthcare is because, for example, yung pasyente na sa bukid, mahirap pumunta sa healthcare facilities because malayo. For example,
Okay.
yung mga bukid.
Okay. So, yung example mo, ilagay natin sa city or ilagay natin sa province. Okay? Pwede bang ganon? Na hindi siya makapunta? Pwede, di ba? Okay. So, ang sinasabi dito, strategy in implementing, you need to establish primary care network. How are you going to make, hindi makapunta ang pasyente sa health facility, correct? Paano mo siya ipapunta doon?
Provide transport.
That's one.
Ikaw pupunta siya.
Ano yun?
Ikaw pupunta.
Sinong ikaw?
Yung hamburger.
That's it.
Talino.
Yan, the healthcare provider should be in the community. Yan yun. Actually, kung mag-provide tayo ng transportation, costly siya. Pero kung mag-create ka ng sistema sa loob ng community, i-train mo yung mga tao doon, okay? At meron kang working barangay health center doon, okay? That is where it will start. Ang tawag dyan is primary care. Yan yung primary care, wherein ang health services embedded sa loob ng community. Yan ang gusto ni Department of Health. Providers and facilities will be grouped into networks to strengthen primary care nandoon mismo sa community. Hindi na sila kailangan, sana, mag-cross ng ilang dagat. Okay? Sa barangay mismo, meron silang mapuntahan. Now, dahil nandoon na sila sa barangay, okay? Kailangan nila ng networking. Kasi, ito yon, to strengthen through yung primary care, kung ako yung doktor, si Kenji yung pasyente, sa unang sipon pa lang, okay?
May singhot.
Sa unang singhot pa lang, ma-prevent ko na maglala yan. Yan yung preventive care. Yan yung sa primary care. Now, let us say, hindi naging effective yung prevention. Okay? Nag-develop siya into something na nagkalagnat at then nagka-pneumonia. So, the next thing is that you need now to bring Kenji to the nearest facility. Hindi na sa clinic. To the nearest, okay? To to the nearest hospital na malapit doon. May maliit man na hospital or malaki, doon siya pupunta dapat. So, merong networking. Yun ito ha. Ang hospitals natin, level 1, level 2, level 3. So, sa DOH, meron kang infirmary, level 1, level 2, level 3. Yung primary care, infirmary yan usually. Pero right now, lahat ng hospital pwedeng mag-create ng kanilang primary care. So, si Kenji, kung malapit siya sa... Saan ka nakatira? Tigato. Ano bang hospital sa may Tigato? SPMC. Yun ang pinakamalapit, no?
Or DMSF.
DMSF.
MSF.
Oh.
Pinakamalapit.
So, pwede ka doon. Okay? So, i-explore ninyo ang konsulta package. Narinig nyo na yan? So, yung konsulta package, yan yung primary care na sinasabi ko, which is ini-implement pa ni PhilHealth DOH. Hindi siya masyadong popular. So, ang goal na yan is, kung nasaan ka sana assign na area, doon ka magpa-enroll. Okay? Libre check-up. Hindi siya masyadong popular. Pero, in the event, mag-discuss kayo, what is primary care? Kenji. Okay? So, pwede mong i-pitch agad. The classic example is the consulta package of PhilHealth. Okay? So, we'll talk about that some other time. So, establishing primary care network and then linking the care. So, sino ang taga-Turil sa inyo? Okay. Saka sa Turil? Dumoy. Okay? So, kung nasa Dumoy ka, let us say, relative mo, parents mo, okay? They can actually, ang scenario is they can actually go to the nearest hospital, kunwari, kung doon sila nakarehistro. So, anong pinakamalapit na maliit na hospital doon? Malta? Okay. So, merong hospital doon, Malta. Maliit. Okay? Pwede doon muna sa Malta. Then, pwedeng maglipat sa Seventh-day Adventist. Alam mo yung Seventh-day Adventist? O sa may bangkal. Or, pwede sa Malta, then proceed sa Davao Doctors kung hindi kaya. So, ang point lang dito is linking of the care. So, it's another story. Let us say, meron kayong relative na buntis, no, na mga anak. So, sino ang familiar sa mga maternity care clinics? Okay, marami yan. Yung maternity care clinic, dito yung this is being operated by midwives or ang iba, nurses, rather than go to a hospital, dun sila manganak. Okay, now, kung hindi na kaya ng maternity clinic ang case, pwede silang i-refer sa mga hospitals. So the logic there is that there is linking of care. Ideally, it starts from a primary care, yan yung infirmary, then to a level 1 or a level 2 or a level 3. Okay? So yan ang gusto ng gawin ng gobyerno sa UHC. Integrate it sa community level, start it with the primary care, and then link it to other hospitals. Okay? Now, so it's the same thing. Okay? Solution sa geography. Ito yung kanina example natin. Establishing primary clinics. Doon mismo sa community. Okay? Now, next. Create transportation networks. Yung sabi ni ma'am kanina. Okay? O sige, nandito tayo sa primary. Naglala yung pasyente. Ano man? Tawag tayo ng Grab. O, di ba? So that is why merong network na kinikreate ngayon sa UHC. So, merong ambulance. So, transporting patient from one facility to another. Okay? Okay. How are they going to do that? So, ito din. Kung ako, galing sa public hospital, asan ninyo ako papuntahin? Sa Davao Doc? Kung ma-afford mo, pwede. pero most of the time, hindi ma-afford ng nasa public, so they will go directly sa SPMC. Meron namang iba, nasa private sila. So, gusto nila magpalipat. Okay? And then meron silang pera. Saan sila pupunta? Sa SPMC or sa private hospital? Sa private. So ngayon, ang kwento is meron kang public to private relationship or meron ka ding private to private na relationship na facility and vice versa. Okay? So this now will solve the geography. Okay? Yan ang plano. Pero madugo yan. Okay? Ang solution, next, health worker. Walang health worker. So ito, magdoktor kayo, di ba? So, 5 piso ang doktor dahil sa scholarship. Okay? Maraming scholarship. Ang CHED may scholarship.
Davao meron.
Ang Davao City na LGU meron. Okay? Narinig niyo yung nitibo sa Marilog? Okay? The first sa native dun sa Marilog, naging doktor. So dun siya na-assign sa Marilog Hospital. Homegrown yun. Galing siya doon. Okay? Scholar ni Mayor Sara. Okay? So, ang mga senators, mga congressman, merong kanilang mga scholarship. So the intention there, okay, is to increase the number of health workers. Scholarship ng nursing, scholarship ng pagiging doktor. Okay, may incentivize. Then, napansin ba ninyo? Sobrang dami ng medical school ngayon. Okay? So, dati,
Ilan ba dito sir? Ngayon.
Dati, may, ano lang, DMSF. Ngayon, may Brokenshire na. Then, may Kibuloy. And then, meron na sa Tagum. Okay? Meron pa sa Jensan. And then, meron pang isa daw magbukas dito. Ang UP magbukas. Oh.
DMSF, meron na din sila nung 6 years.
Oh. Yung ano. Yung mabilisan. Okay? So, the intention there is paramihin natin yung mga health workers para ang services natin maayos. To oversupply. Okay? The next, ladderized courses. Narinig niyo yan? Ladderized courses, ibig sabihin, yung iba, start sila as midwife. Okay? So, ito yung mga galing sa barangay. Ipaaral natin midwife. And then from the midwifery, okay, anti-subjects, magiging nurse sila. Okay? Then pag naging nurse na sila, okay, pwede silang i-enroll na naman sa medicine. So ito yon, commonly sa government yan. Okay? Next, enhancing access to medicine. So, ang government ngayon, meron silang Drug Price Reference Index. They monitor, okay, and compare drug prices. So, si DOH, meron ding data na yan. Okay? So, they play around with the price index, okay? And there are also the generic law. Okay? So, marami pa ito. Ang point lang dito, government is trying, okay, to regulate and trying to address the access to medicine. Okay? Kaya pa? Okay. Addressing the challenge of high doctor's fee. Okay. Meron talagang ibang mga procedures ang mga doktor na mahal talaga. Okay? Legitimate naman talaga yon. So, right now, the government through UHC, they are trying their best, no, to fix the issues. Okay? Kaya, sa government facility, kasi kontrolado nila ang government, they offer no balance billing. Kahit maoperahan ka pa sa ulo, dahil poorest of the poor ka, wala ka talagang out of pocket. Okay? Meron kami dati, kidney transplant. Okay? Alam niyo ba magkano ang kidney transplant? Okay? It's a million or so plus. So sa kidney transplant, yung mga poorest of the poor, okay, walang excess. Subsidized lahat yon, bayad. Okay? Ni piso wala sila. Okay? The other way of doing it is that ito medyo recent lang pinalabas ni PhilHealth is that may mga benefit packages sila na fixed ang rate. Kahit maningil ka ng PF, dapat hindi ka lalampas sa mga ganito. Okay? That's how they would want now to regulate yung mga fee. Okay? That's the how to address yung pang-apat na problem. Okay. Gets nyo? So, ang ating napag-usapan, number 1, problem. Ang next natin na tinakel is ang universal healthcare. So, kung alam ninyo yung problem, okay, yung apat na major, which is sabi ko na huwag nyo sabihin 4 lang, kasi marami yan. You can play around with the 4. Yan yung pinaka-common sa discussion. Okay? Now, kung alam ninyo ngayon, alam niyo yung problem eh. So, ano yung solution? Di ba? UHC. Okay? To simplify, okay, ito yung problem. Ano ba yung UHC? Okay? How are you going to define UHC in a simplest way? Okay? It's the provision of health. Maganyan-ganyan ba kayo doon? Okay, pwede din. That's the ideal way. But ako, to make it simple, this is what I teach the doctor. Simple lang yan, Doc. Pag sinabi nating UHC, okay, you're providing access. And then you tackle the 4. Okay? It's nice to say, it's the provision of health, where we talk about efficiency, equity, funding, utang na loob. By the time matapos mo yung third sentence na, ano daw? Ano sabi niya? Okay? Pwede nyo sabihin, universal healthcare is a very complicated definition, but I will simplify it for you. It's all about access. Access in health. Would you want me to expound it? Okay? Di ba? Mayabang. Taga-tiniyo ko kayo. Inherent sa atin is na maging mayabang. Di ba? Kita niyo yung kapatid ni Eunice? Di ba? Ubod ng yabang yun. Okay. Asa na si Kenji? CR. So, once you have an idea on the problem, you can now easily play around with the solution. Okay? So ngayon, ang pag-uusapan natin is PhilHealth. Now, doon sa pinadala sa inyo na papel, okay, ang UHC, okay, ang universal healthcare, importante na maintindihan ninyo, it is a journey. Ang universal healthcare is not a one-time transaction. Okay? Mahaba na biyahe ito. It's a multi-year, okay? Multi-year, and it involves multi-agency. So, hindi ito siya yung tipong in-implement lang ng isang taon tapos na. Okay? It's a work in progress. Ang UHC na konsepto started 1970s pa. It started sa Kazakhstan, dun sa Russia. And it's being implemented, okay, by so many countries, and Philippines is one of the last to implement that. So, the concept of universal healthcare is not new. It's an old concept. So, importante na maintindihan ninyo, kasi ang ibang hospital, ito ba yung UHC? Tapos na ba ang UHC? Sabi ko, sir, Doc, hindi ho. The concept was introduced sa panahon ni Pinoy, and it's still continuously being done. Okay? Na-open niyo yung papel na pinadala sa inyo? Yung PDF po. Can you open sa middle part? The agencies involved. Oh. Who would want to list the government agencies involved? Sige daw.
23.
Sige. Sige daw, yung mga pangalan lang.
Department of Health,
Health Insurance Corporation, Food and Drug Administration, Commission on Population and Development, Local Government Units, Department of Social Welfare and Development, Professional Regulation Commission, Philippine Institute for Traditional and Alternative Healthcare, Philippine Statistics Authority, Department of Budget and Management, Department of Labor and Employment, Department of Education, Commission on Higher Education, Department of the Interior and Local Government, Philippine Charity Sweepstakes Office, Department of Science and Technology, National Nutrition Council, Philippine Council for Health Research and Development, Philippine Institute for Development Studies, Department of Agriculture, Department of Environment and Natural Resources, Dangerous Drugs Board,
Di ba tapos? Sino bang gagong gumawa na yan? Nakuha nyo? How in God's name itong government pa lang yan, wala pang private. Kasi pag-usapan natin yung scholarship, sino bang gagawa na yan? Di ba? Kailangan mo ng schools, kailangan mo ng teacher, kailangan mo ng CHED, di ba? So multi-agency yan. Okay? Sa private, who would want to read? Sa private. Sige nga.
Nanap mo? Page 10.
Take your time.
Private Hospitals Association of the Philippines, Philippine Medical Association, Philippine Hospital Association, Philippine Nurses Association, Philippine Alliance of Patient Organizations, Pharmaceutical and Healthcare Association of the Philippines, Healthcare Information Management Association of the Philippines, Philippine College of Physicians, Philippine College of Surgeons, Philippine Health Insurance Corporation Accredited Hospitals Association, Philippine Dental Association, Philippine Society of Medical Specialists, Philippine Red Cross, Philippine Association of Health Maintenance Organizations,
Tubig muna, tubig.
Association of Medical Device and Diagnostic Companies.
Okay. Di ba? So, sa UHC na concept, what I'm trying to say is hindi yan siya one-time transaction. It's a multiple-year, multi-agency, and it affects multiple millions of Filipinos. Okay? It's a work in progress. Kasi, let's talk about funding. Diba? It talks about financing. So, kanina, di ba, pinag-usapan natin, can government really dictate on that? So, it involves the pharmaceuticals. Sila yung gumagawa ng medisina eh. Gusto nila gawin natin 5 lahat. It will not work that way. Okay? Kasi there's economics behind that. Okay? So, gusto nila maayos ang pag-treat ng mga pasyente. Okay? Now, that involves Philippine Medical Association. Yan yung grupo ng mga doktor. Sa grupo po lang ng mga doktor, ganito malala yan. Ako yung Philippine Medical Association. Philippine College of Surgeons. Yan yung mga internal medicine. Yan yung mama ni Eunice. I-breakdown yan, may cardiologist, may nephrologist, lahat ng gis. IM lang yan, internal medicine. Now, next. Philippine College of Surgeons. Ito yung mga nag-opera, surgeon. Okay, meron kang surgery sa brain, meron kang surgery sa buto, meron kang surgery sa abdomen, may surgery ka sa heart. Di ba? Okay? Pediatric Association, it's the same. Okay? May psychiatry. Sobrang dami. So, ganun ng mga doktor. Sino bang gusto niyo? Gusto niyo ayusin lahat yan? Huy, magpaalam muna kayo sa amin. Sino ba kayo? Kaya niyo? So, ganun siya ka-toxic, hindi siya one-time deal. Okay? So, there's no such thing as ang UHC will end tomorrow. Okay? It's more of a journey. Okay? And it will continuously be improved from time to time. So, fire insurance. Okay? For example, sa fire insurance, gaya nung nasunog yung bahay namin, bahay namin na hindi yung bahay parents ko. So, I actually forgot na nakabayad ako ng insurance. Okay? For how many thousands? Yun. And then, nasunog yung bahay. So, nasunog yung bahay. Later, I discovered, nakabayad pala ako ng ilang thousand, 5,000 ata, 3,000. So, ang insurance ngayon will now pay me, okay, siguro mga 400,000 ang binayad, ang binigay sa akin para ayusin yung bahay. Yan ang logic ng insurance. Travel insurance. Si Kenji, punta ng Dubai. Sabi doon,
Para dali sa Hague.
punta sa Hague. Magsayaw doon. Yung sayaw mo sa TikTok. Nagano'n. So, naman sayaw ni... Lahat kami nag-brag. Naman sayaw ni... Kita namin lahat yung gano'n mo.
Ay, sa'yo.
Yung story mo, yung breakdance ng pag-
Anyway. So, sa travel insurance, meron silang recommendation na mag-allocate ka ng bayad for travel insurance. Pag nawala yung bagahe mo, okay, someone will pay for it or you will be given an allowance for it. Okay? Pag na-miss yung flight mo, meron kang hotel accommodation, etc. So, si PhilHealth Insurance lang. Yung mga magulang ninyo or si Miss Shane, nagbawas sa sweldo, okay, may inilagay na maliit na pera. Okay? 400, 300, whatever. In the event na ma-admit ka, yan yung role ni PhilHealth. So, for example, si Miss Shane, example lang, nagka-pneumonia siya bukas. Na-admit siya ng 2 araw. Okay? Hindi siya matuloy sa Manila. Okay? Wala! So, pag-discharge niya, makaka-avail siya ng 29,500. Okay? So, ang binabayad niya siguro nasa 400, 500 a month lang. Mga ganyan, ang bawas. Okay? Yan ang insurance. Si PhilHealth is basically insurance lang. Yung mga magulang ninyo, lahat, okay, who can afford, nagabayad ng premium. Yung pera is being pulled. Isang pondo. That's by the billions of pesos. Yan ang ginagamit ngayon pangbayad sa mga hospitals. Okay? Sa mga services nila. So, yan yung pondo. Okay? Social health insurance ang tawag dyan. Magkasakit ka man or hindi, okay? So, even if wala kang sakit, yung pera na nag-contribute nung mga walang sakit goes to people na may sakit. Kuha yan ang social health insurance. Hindi ibig sabihin na, uy, hindi ba ako nagkasakit ng 2 taon? Bakit yung pera ko dyan lang, ha? Hindi ganon. So, yung mga magulang ninyo na walang sakit, okay? Kami, nagabayad, si Miss Shane, we're actually helping yung mga nag-dialysis. Doon pumupunta yung contribution. Okay? Social insurance ang tawag dyan. Kasi maraming klaseng insurance. Yung mga nag-chemotherapy, doon pumupunta ang pera. Okay? Now, si PhilHealth naman, okay, monitors yung paggamit ng pondo. Kasi yung pera ni PhilHealth, pera ng taong bayan. It's public funds. Kasi may contribution yan. Lahat nagabayad. At the same time, yung national government, okay, meron silang nilalagay na funds or na pera sa PhilHealth funds. Saan galing ang pera ng national government? Sa taxes. So basically, okay, ang funds is actually public funds. So, gaya ng example ko kanina, pneumonia, 29,500. Yung COVID na ang gastos pag nag-COVID severe ka is a little bit 1 million or so. Si PhilHealth is willing to pay 500,000 of it or more. Okay? So, dialysis, okay? Ang dialysis na pasyente, sino may kakilalang dialysis patient? May relative. Okay? So, eto sila, they're practically almost free. Okay? Ang goal ni PhilHealth, babaan at babaan ng out of pocket. Okay? So, basically, ang sinasabi ko dito, si PhilHealth, malaki ang role niya sa health. So, sila ang nagpo-provide ng continuous flow ng revenue. Okay? Now, yes.
If contributions po yung PhilHealth, then if yung mga poorest of the poor pa rin sila mag-contribute. Tapos if may limit din ng i-bayad ng PhilHealth, then paano nila din ma-afford yung parang naiwan na out of pocket?
Okay. Maganda yung tanong niya. Okay? Naintindihan niyo? So, ang unang question, since nag-contribute yung mga private, paano yung poorest of the poor? Okay? Ganito. Sa 10 na Pilipino, pagpalagay natin dyan, 6 dyan ang 6 dyan ang poorest of the poor. Yung 4, ito na yung average or yung may maka-afford. Yung poorest of the poor na 6 is actually subsidized by the national government. Sila ang nagbabayad ng contribution. Okay? So, ito ngayon yung mga indigent. So, binibilang ang indigent for the entire country and then may allocation. Okay? Binibilang, may allocation ngayon ang national government na etong 50 million na poorest of the poor, kami ang magbayad ng kanilang premium contribution. So, galing sa national government. Aside sa funding, meron pa silang contribution. Okay? So, doon galing sa national government yan. So, yung isang tanong is, ano ngayon?
Kasi like, di ba parang certain part na din po bayaran. So, paano kung magkasakit sila ulit or parang natirang balance po? Paano nila?
Sa poorest of the poor. Okay. Diyan sila ngayon papasok sa no balance billing. So, yung poorest of the poor, a lot of them will actually go sa government hospital. Sa government hospital, ang requirement, they should provide the basic needs of the patient. Room, medisina, and all. Pati doktor, yung treatment. Sila dapat kumpleto. So, kaya sa government hospital, walang excess yung mga members ni PhilHealth na poorest of the poor. Now, if they will go to the private hospital, recently lang ito, kapag poorest of the poor, may specific rooms ang private hospital para sa kanila. Ito yung mga service wards. Okay? Kung poorest of the poor ka, hindi ka maka-afford, meron kaming 10% ng kanilang allocation for room. Kung 100 ang rooms nila, ilan ang 10%? 10. They will allocate 10 beds para sa poorest of the poor. The same rule will apply. No balance billing. Okay? Dapat walang excess. Now, what if gusto niya mag-admit sa private room na may TV? Mag-out of pocket na siya. Okay? Sige.
So, since 10, like let's say 10 lang din yung i-allocate, but madami man din yung poorest of the poor na hindi maka-access ng healthcare. So, paano yung isa?
Si Bongbong Marcos ang hindi, that's very bad. That is existing right now. Kaya, ang SPMC punong-puno. Kaya, ang government hospital is overflowing.
Kasi hindi na sila maka-avail ng ganun sa private. Kaya limited lang.
Oh.
So if I am a poor person, pupunta talaga ako sa SMC.
Kasi, una, sasalain sila. Hindi sila maka-afford. Yung paracetamol sa SPMC is 250 pesos. Ang paracetamol sa Davao Doc is different.
Yeah.
So that's why doon talaga sila. Kaya marami sila doon. So, if you try to see the government hospitals, puno parati. Okay? Puno talaga sila parati. Hindi talaga sila masolusyonan. Okay? Ang listahan ng mga scheduled surgery, okay, is extended for how many months? Nakapila. Magpa-opera ka sa cataract, doon ka, poorest of the poor, abutan ka ng ilang buwan.
Sa June ka pa mag-ipit.
Unlike punta ka sa private, schedule ka nila kaagad. Kasi magbayad ka man ng excess. So that's being addressed. Kaya nga, damihan natin yung hospitals. Damihan natin, incentivize sila ba? Kaya pansin nyo, dumadami din ang mga hospitals. Maraming hospitals, kulang ang doktor. Gawa tayo maraming doktor. Scholarship. Okay? So, kulang ang nurses. Dati, mga 5 years ago, kulang ang nurses. So, ngayon, dumami na naman ang nurses. Okay?
After the pandemic, marami talaga ng nag-nursing.
So, ano yan siya? May role ang economics dyan. Okay? So, mahirap balansehin. Okay? Maganda yung mga tanong mo. Okay? So, any questions? Additional? Gusto ninyo, bago kayo mag-alis, mag-zoom tayo para meron kayong questions or i-reinforce natin? Mag-zoom session tayo? Oh.
What if mag-practice daw?
Sige,
Ah.
anong tanongin pa?
Pwede.
Ang gawagawa, ikaw ang tanongin.
Mag-practice man talaga tayo kung mag-assignment, mati kung sino kung mag-present ko na part, sino mag-present ko na part. Pero huwag ka ma-stress. Marami kayo. May apat kayo.
Ay,
Ang RSPC ko
kami na
kayo.
lang apat.
Kayong tatlo good ang mag-work niyan talaga kaya wala sila man. I mean,
Wala na kung sa'yo.
Oh.
Uy, sure.
Ayaw, tanggalin naman for our... Pati ka ni laptop, i-clear.
Lavern.
O, sige.
Kaya na lang yung before mag-practice.
Practice.
Oo. Sige. Alas stress na.
Wala pa, sir.
I-check ninyo kung ano pang balanse natin ha. Kaya baka sayang yung 3,000. Baka may naiwan pa.
Wait lang, baba.
Kung gusto nyo mag-order, i-press lang daw ito. Yung sa baba. Okay. So,
Talaga?
sa ating PhilHealth claims process tayo ha. So, ganito yan. So, how does the process begin? So, for example, ako yung pasyente, PhilHealth member ako. Pagpasok ko sa hospital, okay, i-check yung eligibility ko. Kung pwede ba ako maka-avail. So, the chances are, kasi universal healthcare, pwede ka maka-avail. So, pag-avail ko, health services are given to me. Doctors, nurses, may room and board ka, may medicine, okay, and everything. Bayad sa room, electric fan, yung pagkain, okay. So, ibigay lahat yon. X-ray, check-up ng dugo, etc. So, now, pag discharge sa'yo, meron ka ng final diagnosis. So, eto yon ha. Lahat ng ginawa sa'yo, pati yung pag-manage sa'yo, yung sakit mo, yung clinical information, okay, ilalagay yan siya dapat sa specific na PhilHealth forms. So, napadala mo yun, te? Wala pa. May ipapadala sa inyo ng mga PDF na PhilHealth forms. So, doon, dapat isulat ng hospital yung mga critical information ng pasyente na dapat i-fulfill ng hospital at ng doktor. I-submit yan kay PhilHealth. So, na-admit, okay? So, services were delivered. So, si hospital gagawa ng claim forms at ipapadala kay PhilHealth, okay? Si PhilHealth ngayon will review the forms. Okay? Kuha nyo ha, na-admit. Services.
3 to 5 page na.
Okay. So, pag-admit, pag-submit ng hospital, basahin ni PhilHealth yung mga pinadala. Ang tawag dyan, audit or review. Okay? They will review or audit it. Okay? If yung contents ng PhilHealth forms will comply with the guidelines, with the rules, with the standards, okay? Hospitals must follow clinical practice guidelines. Kung ma-comply yung guidelines, bayaran si hospital. Ulitin ko. Na-admit ako. Pag-admit ko, the doctors now will come in, the nurses will come in, laboratories will be done, diagnostics, x-ray, ultrasound, CT scan, whatever it is na kailangan, medicines will be given. Nakahiga ka ngayon sa room, meron kang room and board. May pagkain magdating, di ba? Correct? Pag ma-admit, may pagkain, wala. May kasama yan sa bayad. Okay? Yung nursing service fee, doctor's fee, lahat ng fee nandyan. So, pag discharge mo, sabi ni Doc, okay na. Okay? Si ma'am, na-admit siya, balik tayo sa pneumonia. Okay, sabi ng doktor, okay na si ma'am, i-discharge na natin. Community-acquired pneumonia, moderate risk. Yan ang diagnosis niya. So, pag uwi, ang hospitals ngayon will fill up the forms. Yung forms na yan, very specific ang mga hinihingi ni PhilHealth. Pangalan, address, sakit. Now, the hospitals need to comply with certain standards. Ano yung standards? Okay? Statement of account. Tama ba pagka-compute? Okay? Ma'am, anong full name nyo?
Shane Ann L.
Shane Ann L. Ano spelling ng Ann?
A-N-N.
Okay.
Walang E.
O yun. What if ang pagkasulat may E? Mali yun.
Yan ako.
Hindi yan siya bayaran. Ganon ka-stricto. Anong edad nyo, ma'am?
27.
Hindi yung address, edad. Okay, 27. O, let's say sa isang page, 27. Sa kabilang page, 29. Kasi multiple pages yon. Hindi siya bayaran. Okay? Kasi insurance eh. Okay? Now, pneumonia. Lahat ng sakit may tinatawag na clinical practice guideline. Itong guideline na to, ito yung standard na dapat sundin ng mga doctors kung paano mag-treat ng sakit. Magpa-opera ka appendectomy, may guideline. Sa pneumonia, may guideline. Sa COVID, may guideline. Okay? Sa pag-circumcision, may guideline. Okay? Lahat yan may guideline. Si PhilHealth, okay, kung hospital kayo, okay, during my time, I pay each hospital a minimum of 5 million. Okay? Pero we make it sure na tama lahat. So, binabasa namin. So, yung pneumonia ba na pag-treat kay Miss Shane, tama? So, babasahin. Ngayon, kung kulang yung medisina or kung hindi tama yung medisina, hindi bayaran yung kanyang claim. Hindi mababayaran yung doktor. Hindi mababayaran si hospital. So, it must comply with guidelines. Ito yung problema. Okay? Si PhilHealth is required to follow the guidelines. Bakit? Ask me why. Bakit? Why? Kasi pera na inyo yan eh. Pera ng taong bayan. Hindi pwedeng waldasin. Eh what if ang binigay kay Miss Shane is yung pasimot-simot lang? May pneumonia ka, simot-simot. Wala, haplas diri, haplas. So, Pau di Arco. These medicines are not effective. Okay? There are no studies that will supplement it. There's no guideline that will say, sa pneumonia, Pau di Arco. Hindi siya bayaran. Okay? Why? Kasi po, pera ng taong bayan, hindi pwedeng gamitin sa ineffective, okay, and unproven na mga medicines. Since we're talking of medicines, baka erase ito sa inyo. Lahat ba ng gamot binabayaran ni PhilHealth? Hindi. Okay? Hindi ha. Merong listahan lang si PhilHealth na ginabayaran ng mga medisina. Okay? Why? Because there are medicines that are effective clinically, but cost-effective, hindi. Masyadong mahal. Hindi yan pwede. Okay? So maraming rules ang involved dyan. Being cost-effective is just one. So ito ngayon ang role ni PhilHealth. Now, to proceed, PhilHealth will pay, okay, if there is quality care. So, quality care is achieved by using standards. Magbayad lang si PhilHealth sa hospital. Okay? Once makita niya na merong quality care. Paano niya ngayon malaman na may quality care? Gusto niyang makita yung clinical practice guidelines. Alam niyo yung guidelines, ha? So, sinong gumawa ng guidelines? Sa tingin niyo, sino? Hindi din si PhilHealth ang gumawa.
Yung mga agency?
Yung mga specialist. Si PhilHealth, insurance lang. Okay? Huwag niyong kalimutan, insurance lang yan. Hindi siya expert sa sakit. Magbayad lang yan sa kung makomply nyo yung listahan. So, pag sabihin nating, sino ba ang expert sa COVID? Si PhilHealth? Hindi. Yung mga infectious specialist. Sino ba ang expert sa pagpanganak? Si PhilHealth? Hindi din. Yung mga OB, GYN. Kuha nyo? Walang business si PhilHealth maggawa-gawa ng standard kasi insurance lang siya. Okay, sino ang gumawa ng guidelines na pag nabalian ka, ito yung gagawin natin? The Orthopedic Society. Sila ang expert. Sila ang magawa ng guideline. Si Michelle, nagka-pneumonia, sinong gumawa ng guideline, clinical guidelines? The pulmonologist. Okay? Si PhilHealth, wala yan siyang capacity magawa na yan. They will just borrow the guideline from the expert. Now, before payment, ang gusto ni PhilHealth, quality care dapat. Bakit quality care ang gusto ni PhilHealth?
Pera ng taong bayan.
Pera ng taong bayan. Di ba? So lahat yan ha, sa universal healthcare, kahit dun sa konsulta package na outpatient lang, quality care dapat. Hindi pwedeng mag-release siya ng milyon-milyon na hausyaw. Okay? So, there must be the standards or the clinical practice guideline. Now, hospitals must provide proof of the CPG in the claims that they submitted. Yung forms, 4 yung pinakita ko sa inyo. Yung 2 doon, clinical information. Dapat, bits and pieces ng clinical practice guideline nakasulat doon sa form. Para makita nila na, ay, sinunod nila yung standard. Okay? Kung makita nila na merong proof na nakasulat doon sa form, bayaran nila ang hospital. Okay? Gets nyo? Okay. So, ang UHC, ang may problem tayo, ang solusyon UHC. Ang kailangan sa UHC, pera. Para masustain ito lahat, bayaran ng hospital, services and everything. Okay? So, a lot of it is anchored here sa continuous payment ni PhilHealth. Si PhilHealth will pay for quality services. Tama? Quality services is in paano? Anong proof? Ha? Anong proof ang hinihingi ni PhilHealth? Okay. Standards, which is the CPG.
Confidence, guys. Confidence level.
Oh. So basically, pag nagbayad si PhilHealth, ang coverage niyan may bayad ng hospital, bayad ng doktor. Kung public hospital yan, ang income nila 80% dependent kay PhilHealth. Kung private hospital, it is 30% to 60%. Imagine si SPMC, okay? 90% ng revenue niya dependent kay PhilHealth. Kung hindi nila magawa ng tama, yung papel na pinapagawa sa kanila, wala silang bayad. The same with our doctors, the same with St. Luke's, it's the same nationwide. So, ang payment structure will have hospital and doctor's fee, okay? And this is basically the approximate amount. Okay. So, let us say, the problem ng hospital, there is no proof of quality care in the claim forms. Pagtanggap ngayon ni PhilHealth, pagbasa niya sa form, wala'y klaro. Okay? Bayaran niya, hindi? Hindi. Okay. So basically, okay, ang challenges, kasi hindi nga niya nakita yung hinahanap niya, ano hinahanap ni PhilHealth?
Quality care.
Okay, quality care is seen, use. Okay. So kung hindi niya makita yan, anong mangyari? Yung claim will be denied or it will be returned. So, natanggap ba ninyo yung... Natanggap niyo yun kasi binasa niyo eh. Yung may table na yellow.
Yes.
Okay. Who can Who can read the first column and the amount?
Defect description, other documents required, amount. Oh my God, that's so big. Can't read that.
3 billion.
Ilan?
3
3 billion.
3 billion. Anong reason, ma'am?
Incomplete documentation.
Oh. Incomplete documentation means kulang. 3 billion. Okay? That's the proof na may problem. Kung tanongin kayo, Sir, may problema ba talaga dyan? Totoo ba yung problema? Okay. Isampal mo yan sa kanya. Galing yan sa COA, okay? Si Eunice may source, okay? Nakuha yung source, di ba? Oh, galing yan sa Commission on Audit. Hindi ako gawa lang na yan. Anong next, ma'am? Next problem.
Required document is unavailable or incomplete or inconsistent or unreliable.
Okay. How much po?
Ay, unreadable pala.
2.6 billion.
2.6.
It's 2.6 billion. Can you imagine the money involved? Ha? Nationwide yan. Ilang taon yan, ma'am? 20?
11 to 10 years.
Oh. Okay? Yan yung proof na may problema. Now, how in God's name will UHC run if every year that will happen? They're losing money. Hindi nila makuha yung pera nila. Paano sila magpasweldo? Okay. There's a big hospital there. I will not mention the name. Lahat ng COVID, majority goes there. Okay? Nandito banda. Okay? Hindi sila nabayaran sa COVID. 16,000 claims ang hindi bayad. You multiply that by 500,000. Oh, 500, let's say 300 to lagay mo 400,000 ang per claim. Times 16,000. They were not paid.
6.4 billion.
Oh. They were not paid, ma'am. And then they are very upset. Bakit hindi sila binayaran? They're blaming PhilHealth for it. Sabi ni PhilHealth, yan o. Hindi nyo ba sinulat? Kasi ang hinahanap, ano yung hinahanap ko? Ano yung hinahanap ko sa claim? Ha?
Proof of quality.
Proof of quality. Nagawa man ninyo yung sa pasyente ng tama.
Pero hindi documented.
Hindi sinulat. That's the problem. There's nothing wrong with the doctors. There's nothing wrong sa competency ng pagiging doktor. Ang problema is,
Hindi documented.
hindi sinusulat. Kuha nyo? Oh. Kasi si PhilHealth ang hinihingi ito eh. And PhilHealth doesn't care who are you. Sino ka?
And actually, dapat lang talaga kasi balik doon sa premise na pera ng taong bayan.
Exactly. See the value of it? Losing, dalawang item lang yun, ma'am. Ilan yung unang amount sinabi kanina?
3 billion.
3 billion?
2.6 billion.
O, ilan lahat? Add lang. Estimate.
5.6.
5.6 billion for 2 reasons alone. Okay? Imagine ang pera na nawala. And everybody's blaming PhilHealth that they are not paying. Which partly is not true. Kuha nyo? Okay. So, ano yung sinabi kanina, ma'am, sa binasa mo?
Required document is unavailable, incomplete, inconsistent, and unreadable.
Incomplete. Nandun na yung lahat sa kanila. Hindi lang naisulat. Okay? Incorrect data. So, usually, para hindi nyo, this is what I tell many of my clients nationwide. The 3C. PhilHealth will require correct, complete, and consistent information dun sa papel na mga binigay. 3C ang tawag ko dyan. Kuha nyo? Correct, complete, consistency. So, what is the problem? Ang problem is the opposite. It is incorrect, it is inconsistent, and it is incomplete. Hindi na kayo mawala doon, ha? Ikot lang kayo sa 3C. Okay? So, what is the problem? What is the problem? It's all about access and care. Okay, can you expound further? Sir, it's very simple. Everything is about the 3C. Hospitals cannot actually comply. The correct, consistent, and completeness of information. So why? What are they doing? They're giving PhilHealth incorrect, incomplete, and inconsistent. Kuha nyo? There's a simplest way of communicating that can easily be understood even by a layman person. Kuha nyo? So ito yun. Si PhilHealth talaga will not pay. Kasi pag magbayad si PhilHealth ng mali, sila din ang makukulong. The consequences, hospitals will lack funds. Ang revenue will impact the entire operation and the doctors are unpaid. Now, if we're trying to solve access, problem number 1, problem number 2, problem number 3, problem, okay? Can it be easily solved if these health providers cannot actually perform documentation? Kulang. Magkakaroon talaga ng problema. Okay? So, achieving universal healthcare for Filipinos will fail due to payment problems. The ultimate goal is to provide Filipino with high quality, equitable, accessible, okay? And it will not happen. Initially, it may run, but it will not be sustainable. Okay? So, the root cause analysis here, poor documentation practices of doctors, okay, hindi lang doctors, but hospitals also, leads to the absence of proof of standard. So, hilaw siya. Kasi ang basis ni PhilHealth magbayad, okay, the proof of quality care or the proof of standard which is anchored sa clinical practice guideline. Does it mean hindi alam ng doktor ang clinical practice guideline? Alam nila. Okay? No standards means there's no payment. Multi-billion peso problem involving a multi-year implementation ng UHC involving 100 plus millions of Filipino, okay, leading to poor healthcare. Ano ang solution? Ano sa tingin nyo?
Confidence.
Ha? Ano ang solution? Nabasa nyo naman kaya?
Integrate sa curricula ng mga med students ang pag-fill out ng mga forms related to PhilHealth.
Okay. Ang goal natin dyan is turuan sila mag-document, yung doctors. Pero paano mo siya, hindi ka pwedeng magbigay ng solusyon na tigi-tigi. Okay?
Systemic.
Kailangan maganda. Okay? So yung ginawa ng mga solution, ayusin nyo yun. Okay? So meron kang long term pati short term. Okay. Sir, short term, turuan yung mga existing doctor ngayon kung paano. Bakit turuan? Bakit sila kailangan turuan? Bakit sila hindi marunong? Bakit sila hindi tinuturuan? Kasi, kuha nyo? Na-share ba ni ate yon dati? Na-discuss yun?
Yes.
Ang pagiging doktor, ang style sa Pilipinas, turuan ka lang manggamot ng pasyente. Walang tinuturo kung paano mo isulat yan. Ang problema si insurance, gusto niya detalyadong nakasulat. So that is why, okay, a lot of it, hilaw. So, ang doctors ngayon, galit. Yung asawa ko, galit yan. Ako pa magsulat na yan? Because they were never trained. The mindset is missing. So, to fix it immediately, okay, train them now. Whoever is in the hospital, get someone who will train them. Okay? That's the immediate. Okay? The residents na mag-graduate sa training, turuan. So, yan yung immediate. So, ano yung long term? Okay? So, yung long term, you go now to the medical school, the nursing school. Okay? So, ang suggestion namin, para mayabang, there must be legislation. Okay? Kasi nagkatinero ko kayo. Mayabang man talaga tinista. There must be legislation. Okay? Kasi pag may legislation, pag inaprubahan yung legislation, kahit matagal na proseso, may pondo. May batas. So the Commission on Higher Education, nursing school, will be forced to put it in the curriculum, medical school, even high school students should be taught the concept of promotion of healthcare kasi universal healthcare. Now, yung documentation hindi lang sa hospital ha, kasi yung mga outpatient benefit packages sa community, yung konsulta, yung primary care, babayaran ni PhilHealth yan eh. Now, okay? Kung sa isang barangay nag-allocate ng 20,000 kapasyente, okay? Computein mo, Kenji, 20,000. So, ang isang primary care pwedeng mag-enroll ng 20,000 na pasyente. Ang maximum na makuha niya is 1,700 per head. 20,000 times 1,700 pesos. Magkano lahat?
34 million.
Ilan?
34 million.
34 million sa barangay lang yan. Kung kaya niyang magsulat ng documentation. Pero kung hindi siya marunong, okay, walang 34 million. Nag-aksaya lang siya ng oras. So, kaya kailangan ninyong maintindihan, okay? Ang problem na sinasabi natin, okay, yung sa umpisa, ang UHC ang solution, isisingit nyo ngayon ang konsepto ni PhilHealth, okay? Because ang problema is nandoon sa part ni PhilHealth. Now, so, ang pag-pitch ninyo, okay, just like in selling, you need to compare it with the extreme. You're going to lose a multi-million or a multi-billion thing. Okay? Most likely alam nila yan kung maganda pag-explain. The solution is very, very cheap. And it makes everybody stupid if we will not implement it. Kuha nyo? Now, ito importante ha. The message is important. The messenger is equally important. And how you deliver the message is equally important. So you need to practice this. Okay? Maganda yung message mo, pero hindi naman nila naintindihan, di ba? Kuha nyo? So, nandyan lang yan. Umiikot lang yan. Umiikot lang yan dyan. We're actually done. Ito talaga ang solusyon. Okay? Okay? May tanong kayo? Ito, narinig na narinig na ni ate ito lahat. Okay? So, ang goal dito is dapat maintindihan ninyo. Okay? So, hopefully, may output ang video and then binabayaran ko si Martina para i-load yan. Kaya siya nandito. So you get to, kung ano yan, ilagay namin sa YouTube and then you review it. Okay? You need to be, kailangan i-familiarize nyo yung sarili ninyo. Okay? Lalo na sa mga terms ng universal healthcare. Equity, access. Ganon, ha? So, yan yung pagiging confident ninyo. So, ano ba si PhilHealth? Insurance lang. Insurance lang yan. Okay? Wala siyang alam, punyeta. Okay, hindi ganun, ha? So, depende yan, okay? So kailangan alam ninyo. Okay, hindi nyo makuha yan ng once. Kaya kailangan ninyong i-review at i-review. Okay? So, now, be careful on using equity. Okay? Pag binuksan nyo yung konsepto ng equity, maraming pwedeng tanungin dyan sa equity. Okay? Pero kasi sa healthcare, malaking issue yung equity. Okay? Kung gusto nyo magyabang, gamitin nyo ang equity. Pero make sure, basahin nyo ang konsepto ng equity. Para whatever questions, kaya nyo sagutin. Basta, idugtong nyo lang yan. Ano yung problem, ang solution si UHC, and then nandito ang pinakadisgrasya sa lahat, si PhilHealth. Okay? PhilHealth, nasa financing part, basically, kung sa kotse yan, si PhilHealth ang brings the fuel to make it run. Okay? Kung walang gasolina ang kotse, hindi yan tatakbo. Okay? Yung solution natin sa problem number 1, geography, wala yan. Saan galing sa inyo? Sa Turil? Dumoy. Even if the healthcare provider goes to Dumoy, huy, Diyos ko, sa unang taon may bayad. Next 5 years walang bayad. Mawawala ang healthcare provider. Okay? Magsirado. It's not sustainable. Okay? Kung may ambulance man papunta sa hospital, walang pangbayad ng gasolina. Kung ang nurses nandun, hindi maswelduhan. Okay? Maputulan pa sila ng Davao Light. Kasi walang pangbayad ng kuryente. Okay? Lahat yan magkarugtong. Okay? Questions?
Yung, paano po yun mag-work lahat kung kitanggalan ng funds ang
Hindi talaga mag-work.
Pero ang gina-justify kasi nila bakit itanggal nila yung funds ng Philips because meron daw reserved funds ang Philips.
Yes. Ganito. Yung current issue ang ginamin mo. Okay? Tinanggalan si PhilHealth ng funds kasi may existing siya na pera. So even if tanggalin mo, may pera siya for 2025. So maka-operate pa rin si PhilHealth. May surplus. Okay? Yan yung nangyari doon. Kaya ako, I tell my clients, Dok, wala na dong pera. Sir, may pera. There's money for 2025. Kasi every year, maghihingi ng pera si PhilHealth. Every year. Every year. Ganun sa gobyerno. Every year yan.
Kahit zero funds, nag-work pa.
May pera pa rin sila pang.
Always
For 2025 national budget, wala sila.
So kung tanungin kayo ng families, how will it work if tinanggalan ng budget ng PhilHealth?
They have reserved funds, please.
The law requires that there is a reserve fund. Nasa UHC law yan.
So sabihin mo, the
According to the
UHC
UHC
law, RA
Ay, dapat RA.
11.22.3
states that they should be reserved funds in order for the implementation of work.
Ikaw mali ka dun sa station, papunta ka.
Pero di ba may issue man po yung reserve funds daw na PhilHealth parang ginagamit daw para sa mga roads?
Okay, hindi. Yung si PhilHealth is required to have 2 years na reserve fund worth. So, yung sinabi na ginamit sa bridges and sa roads, yan yung pera ng national government, ayan yung pera na kinuha sa kanila. Yung 69 billion. Okay? Kasi 90 billion dapat yun 97. Yung kinuha na 60 plus billion, ang reason ng national government, kunin namin yan kasi gamitin namin sa mga important projects. But later they discovered na, ano ba important projects? Roads and bridges. Ang problem, yung bridge doon, na supposed to be ilagay yung pera ni PhilHealth, funded na yung bridge. So, yan yung medyo fishy doon kasi funded na Funded na yung project, lagyan mo pa ng pera. So, yung pera na involved doon, yan yung kinuha. Pero kahit kinuha nila, meron pa ring existing na pera. Okay? Ano pa? So, kahit hindi magbigay ng pera ang national government, ang mga tao kasi continuously pay their contribution. So, there is still money coming in. Hindi lang nga ganun kalaki. Okay? Actually, marami pang pwedeng i-insert pero ayoko na, baka ma-overwhelm kayo.
Malito na kayo.
Oo. Kung medyo detail lang itatanong sa inyo, sa tingin ko bastos na rin sila. They should not expect that yung detail kasi talo nyo pa abogado. Kung buksan natin yung batas, talo nyo abogado. Sabihin nyo, sir, sure kayo? Nag-law na lang sana kami.
Ito, lagay man to.
Ano pa? Ano pa ang question?
May questions pa kayo?
Wala na.
I think aside from this, we really have to practice the way you deliver it. Confidence level, guys. Kanina kayo ginatanong kayo ni Doc Ben kay medyo, alam niyo yung